Troy here. Today I'm going to be talking about the 1.12 patch notes in GTA 5. This is actually going to be a little bit later than when it was updated, obviously. And other people have posted their videos for this update, but really what I'm going to do is kind of talk about some of the patch notes. And obviously I'll leave a link in the description for you guys to check out the full list. But I'm going to talk about the ones that are important to me and kind of like break them down and also give my thought on how they'll affect GTA Online play. So the first one, or well, the list of top changes that we have is obviously Lester's new ability for removing the cops for a short period of time. I wanted to like play after the patch to get like a feel of everything to see how it worked, and after playing, a few of my friends had told me that while you're using this ability, if someone gets in your vehicle with the cops on them, or like there's a few things that can counter it, and the cops will actually be reactivated and attack you or things like that. So there's a few like glitches or maybe like ways that Rockstar changed it or set it up. I think how they did it is like if someone gets the cops on them and they didn't pay for the ability to lose the cops for a short period of time, and they get in your car so that you can make an escape, instead of them being able to do that, Rockstar countered it, obviously, so that they wouldn't have to spend $5,000. You know, you'd spend the $5,000 and then you'd be able to do things for them to get them away. So I think that was the reason Rockstar did that, or maybe that's why it works like that. Next thing we have is players now awarded more cash when completing parachute races, death matches, and last team standing jobs with less than 4 players. This is something good that they added, because a lot of times you don't have like more than 4 players to play. I know me and my friends, we usually play with 4 players or something when we're doing like, we're going from jobs to races to missions, things like that, because most missions only have a max of 4 players. So this is obviously going to help out with people who don't play with as many people, or if you don't like to play with random people. Every time a player likes or dislikes content, they will receive 50 RP. I think that's a good thing, because if you play a lot of races, I mean, think about like, what, 10 things that you like or dislike, that's 500 RP. That's like almost like a job. So it's kind of cool. It gives people a reason to rate jobs or anything like that. So that's something that's nice. Fix an issue where players who had upgraded personal vehicles prior to 1.10 were only able to sell them for 10,000. Now, I had this problem right after the patch, but in the last patch in 1.11, it actually stopped working, or well, it actually stopped doing this like problem to me. So I don't know if like a few other players in online had this problem, but I actually was able to sell my cars for more than 10,000. So I guess if this is completely solved for everyone, then that's good, because it helps you to solve the problem for selling vehicles. Fix an issue where players lost the sweeper despite having purchased it during the Valentine's event. I know that happened after like they took it out when they said they were taking it out, and then I ended up getting mine back like the next patch. So I don't know if it, like, you know, obviously it stayed gone for people after that, but I know a lot of my friends, they got it taken away and then they got it back. Some didn't lose it at all, so it's good to see it back for anyone who never got it back. Fix an exploit where players were able to use creator and free roam sessions and spawn in objects or vehicles. I think this is a good thing, because there's a lot of times that people would like spawn in things, or they would be in creator and they would they get away with being able to like mess up what you're doing or things like that, and it was sometimes annoying, but sometimes it was fun to do this. I never personally did the glitch, but I know that it did have some fun reactions and things like that. But I am glad to see that it's gone. Fix an exploit where players were able to use weapons within their apartment and garage to kill other players. Now, this is actually pretty good that they patched that, because a lot of times your apartment and garage are the only thing you can go to get away from other players. So if you had like a bounty on you and you needed to go into your apartment, you wouldn't be able to, because there'd be someone like in the glitch and they would just kill you. And obviously if you had a bounty on you and you went inside, if you weren't on passive mode, they would be able to kill you, and you can't really go on passive mode if you have a bounty on you. So it kind of messed up that ability to survive with a bounty or any other kind of things that you need to use your garage or your house for. So I'm glad they patched that. Vote screens now progress when a job has received a majority vote. So you no longer have to wait for people to vote, or, you know, if there's that one player who just sits there the whole time and then you have to wait like a whole minute That's awesome. Fixed an issue where players could be unable to reclaim the personal vehicles from the impound lot after being destroyed. I actually had this problem before. It wouldn't let me like call Morse Mutual or anything like that, so I'm glad they fixed that. Fixed an issue where it was possible for a player to receive hangs and load times after completing several activities. That is extremely annoying. In most cases that it did that, it would eventually say connection to session lost and send me back to single player. Fixed an issue where players were unable to render themselves and the car they were driving invisible to grief other players. Basically, it was the invisibility glitch, so it's cool that they fixed that because you have no more people like messing with you and things like that. Sudden death, next point wins, and all points, all packages need to be collected. Options have been added to capture jobs to prevent matches ending in draws. That's something good that they added. Fix an issue where losing players in capture jobs were not awarded cash. That's good because it gives you a reason to play capture jobs, obviously. Fix an issue where players were occasionally or would occasionally appear to one another in the elevator if they transition into an apartment at the same time. There used to be a glitch. I don't know if that was what they were talking about. There used to be a glitch where you could trap people in elevators, and that was kind of like the way they did it. So I'm glad they did that. I've only been trapped in an elevator once, but it's been like several patches back. So that's obviously something good they fixed. Fixed multiple exploits where players could not duplicate vehicles. I'm sure we'll find another way to duplicate vehicles. Fix an issue where vehicles could appear in multiple garage instances, causing collision issues and explosions. That basically, if that's never happened to you, what would happen is when you go into your garage, it would render your garage along with multiple other garages, and like cars would fall out of the sky or from the ceiling and things like that, and it would just blow all your cars up. Players will now be removed from their vehicles if they choose to replace it via the internet while they are in their garage. This will fix an issue where vehicles could be ordered but never arrived. That was also a method people used to duplicate vehicles. I know that, so I'm not sure if this was like an accidental thing where people were losing their cars or if they were trying to duplicate and then, this would happen or something, so obviously that's good they fixed that, but that also kind of takes away from duplication. Fix an issue where players could occasionally be given the incorrect amount of RP for beating race world records. I'm not entirely sure what that would be for. I don't know if they were having like a large amount or a very minimal amount. I never had that problem. Fix multiple exploits where players were able to move a variety of not allowed vehicles into online. That's basically the single player to online glitch. I'm sure they tried to patch this multiple times, so I'm sure eventually someone's going to find another method. If not, then there will be ways for people to bring vehicles into online. It always happens. If a job has a cash or RP multiplier attached to it, this occurs on event weekends. This will show up on the next job voting screen. Now I have seen this. Basically, when you're on the voting screen, they're on like the picture of the next job, one of the jobs you can select, it will show the double RP and double money. So that obviously helps with selecting jobs and things like that so that you can make some more money in RP. Fix an issue where a player in a race would occasionally get ticker feed messages saying they had overtaken another player when they had not. This has been something from the beginning. It doesn't really bother me, so it actually helped with the overtakes paint job. Fix an issue where it was possible for a player to have their strength stat reset. This happened to me, I think, after the DNS servers. This is when it happened to me. It reset my strength, and I had to work it all the way back up. And then I actually got reset once again, but then it came back up automatically. So that's awesome because strength actually helps you with a few things in GT Online. Fix an issue where armored trucks could continually spawn. Now, I don't know exactly how they mean they fixed this issue. It wasn't an issue for me, obviously, because we make lots of money off of it. But I noticed while playing, I think it was last night, so this is after the patch, that armored vehicles were continually spawning after they were attacked. So I'm not sure if it's like there's so many you can attack or if it's just like something that they tried to fix and it hasn't actually fixed. But I guess we'll see in the future how it really reacted. Let's see. Fix an exploit where the player can gain RP for dying with a wanted level while in the army base prison while on missions. So they fixed that. That's obviously an RP method. Fix an issue where purchasing ammo for a dropped weapon could occasionally allow it to be saved to the player's character. Now this is a good thing they patched because this was something people were doing to like get miniguns and things like that at lower ranks when they shouldn't be having miniguns. So I'm glad that they patched that. I really am. Fix an exploit where players could duplicate their personal vehicles by blocking the entrance to their garage. That's obviously one of the methods they got rid of, but we'll find another. Fix an issue where it was possible for a player to get stuck after using quick save while in the impound lot. This is something that's in single player because obviously you can't quick save in online. So this is a single player fix. Fix an issue where if a player drank whiskey in their apartment until they passed out, this could cause a clone to appear and attack them. I've actually seen this happen before. It's quite funny, so I never had a problem with it, but it was quite funny. So, I mean, I guess it's a good thing they added that in so you're not dying, but at the same time, it wasn't really anything like too, terrible of a glitch. Fix an issue where incorrect error messages could show when attempting to join a GTA Online session. That's probably the most annoying thing, and I'm glad they fixed that. I've had that problem happen like multiple times. It actually happens on a regular basis, but I noticed after patch it hasn't happened as much. Fix an issue where non-player characters could spawn into player apartments. This has never happened to me, but I could see that being a problem. Fix an exploit where players were able to steal one another's vehicles. Basically, this was a duplication method where you would park your vehicle outside someone's garage, and they would go into a quick job, and back out, and then once they backed out, they would be in their garage, and then they run and get in your car, and it would make that vehicle theirs, so they were able to steal it. Now, a lot of people use this as a duplication method, but a lot of times people would go to like Morse Mutual or the impound lot, steal someone's car, and then they would take it back, claim it, and then that person would have to pay insurance, the person that owned the vehicle, to get their vehicle back. Fix an issue where it was possible for players to become stuck after the tutorial mission cutscene completing. I never had that problem. Fix an issue where players could lose vehicles by having them delivered to a garage without actually owning a garage. That would be something for anyone who's on a fresh character, or if you never, obviously you don't have a garage. Fix an issue where personal vehicles had to be claimed on insurance despite not being destroyed. I've had that problem. I actually have had that problem after the patch, so I'm not sure how they fixed it. Fix an issue where a player could occasionally crash when entering a job corona. Basically, that's when you enter the little blue circle and the game would like freeze, or it wouldn't load up the job. This has happened to me before. Fix an issue where players could change positions very quickly when passing through checkpoints and races. I'm not entirely sure what they mean by that. I know that there was some instances where you'd be racing with people, and when you go through a checkpoint, it would it almost felt like a lag. It would like boost them forward in front of you, or like set you back or things like that. So I'm not sure if that's what they're talking about, but if it is, I'm glad that they fixed that. Team balancing will be on permanently and by default for all capture jobs. This is a good thing. Fix an issue where a player could become stuck viewing an apartment when trying to buzz a remote player into their garage. That has happened to me before, and it's quite annoying. Fix an issue where players could occasionally not respawn correctly if they were killed in a boat. Now, I've never actually had this happen to me, but someone told me about how this happened to them. I'm not entirely sure how it works for everyone, but someone told me that when you were killed on a boat, it wouldn't spawn you back on land, or it would spawn you in like a really retarded way. So I'm not entirely sure. I've never had that happen to me before. Fix an exploit where players had the ability to reclaim an uninsured personal vehicle via Morse Mutual. I think that would be a duplication method. I'm not entirely sure. I've never done it before. Fix an issue where the character creator couldn't or would not be able to create new characters after being turned off when deleting a character. I've heard about this. I thought about deleting my character, or my second character, because that was only used when I was duplicating vehicles. But I wanted to keep it at the same time. So if this has happened to you guys, this has now been patched. Obviously, that's a good thing. Fix an exploit where players were able to disable bounties placed on them. That was basically the most annoying glitch that people could do to, I think it was a way for people to make money and also escape. Obviously bounties are a way for you to get back at someone. If someone is really just annoying you or something, you want to place a bounty to get some extra help. Maybe players will see that and they'll go kill this guy. So that was a very annoying thing. I thought it was a very it was kind of like a weak thing to do as a GTA Online player. So if any of you guys did that, that was wasn't really fair. So fix an issue where it was occasionally possible for enemies to spawn inside locked buildings during gang attacks. This meant that basically the players in gang attacks, or the enemies, they would spawn inside a building that you would not be able to go into. Therefore, you wouldn't be able to complete the gang attack. Fix an issue where players could be unable to make any phone calls during contact missions. This happened to me. It's happened to me since the beginning. Basically, you wouldn't be able to call like your mechanic or anything else while you're in a mission so that you could get help or anything like that. There's an issue fix where players could load back into online with invisible arms, feet, and an entirely new outfit after updating the game. This felt like more of a glitch than an issue. I've seen a lot of people do this on purpose, so if it was an issue, then I guess that's a good thing that they fixed it. If it was a glitch, then, if you really enjoyed not having arms or feet or anything like that, then sorry they fixed that. Hopefully you got to keep your no arm, feet-ish person. Fix an issue where players could be taken to the wrong session or job after the next job voting screen. Basically, this was when you were playing with a group of friends and you would back out and like it would split that like group of friends off into another lobby or things like that. So they fixed that. Fix an issue where players could receive messages that they had not yet unlocked submissions despite being available in the start menu. So I'm glad they fixed that. That was something that was a little irritating. But this is only like half of the list. I picked out the most important ones, or ones that I have actually dealt with. So there's more patch notes on the website. I'll put a link in the description for you guys to check out, and you can always go there every time there's an update to keep up with the patch notes. But I thought I'd make a video and explain to you guys a few things or how it's actually changed and break down the actual patch notes instead of just like reading them off to you. I would kind of like break them down and give my thoughts on like how they would affect GTA Online. Now a lot of these will actually help GTA Online like play, and some of them will obviously take away some of the abilities that we once had, or things that obviously exploits like duplicating vehicles. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry it was quite long. I just thought I would put it out there, kind of give you guys an idea of how the actual patches affect the game. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like in the description below. I have a video for you guys tomorrow that you might enjoy, and I also have like a huge line of videos that I have ready for you guys. Sorry I haven't really posted in a while. Got a lot going on in real life, so I will definitely take care of that and make sure I stay on top of videos. And as always, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next one.